The next topic is conflict management. A conflict is a struggle or a disagreement between people who are involved in the project, having different opinion, different ideas, and interest in the subject. The conflict may arise between a single person, between two people, or even among the team. And conflict management is the process of limiting the negative aspects of the conflict while increasing the positive aspects. The aim of conflict management is to enhance learning and group outcomes, including effectiveness or performance in an organizational settings. This conflict arises when changes happens in relationships, life, power struggles, poor communication. We can see it everywhere in our personal life, in our relationships, or even between countries. If the conflict left unresolved, it can impact the leader-employee relationship in a very bad manner. It can take a significant impact on trust. It will lower the morale, increase the stress, and health risk, increase absenteeism, decrease motivation, performance, and productivity, and even lead to high employee turnover. Conflicts can be functional or dysfunctional. Functional conflict is when people have opposing goals that can be resolved without any conflict. Dysfunctional conflicts, by contrast, is a type of conflict in which people can't work together to achieve their common goals, often due to a lack of resolution of differences. Let us discuss one by one. First, the functional conflict. They are also called as constructive conflict, which results in benefits to individual teams or for the organization. The functional conflict works towards the goal of an organization or a group. On a positive side, the conflict can bring important problems to the surface so that they can be addressed. It can benefit like increase the amount of information used in decision making. Dysfunctional conflict, on the other hand, is a destructive conflict, works for the disadvantage or disagreement for an individual or a team. Because of this dysfunctional conflict, it diverts energies, hurt group cohesion, promotes interpersonal hostilities, and overall, it will create a negative environment for the workers. This dysfunctional conflict blocks an organization or a group from reaching its target or its goal. Effects of conflict. Conflict can improve teams' decision quality as well as their understanding of and commitment to decision reached, which aids implementation. However, conflict can also degrade the decision making when it distracts team members from the essential issues of the project. So it can be either positive or negative. When it is positive, it encourages creativity, new looks, the clarifications for the point of view, the development of human capabilities to handle interpersonal differences, etc. When it becomes negative, it creates resistance to change, establishes turmoil in organization and interpersonal relationships, fosters distrust, build a feeling of defect, or widens the feelings of misunderstanding. The positive effect of conflicts, like it acts as a motivational factors. It motivates the individual to do better and to do work harder. Act as a need satisfier. It satisfies certain psychological needs like dominance, aggression, esteem, and ego, and thereby providing an opportunities for the constructive use and release of aggressive urges. Third positive effect is introducing variety. So it adds variety or differences in one's organizational life. If there is no differences or variety in the organizational life, it will be purely dull and boring. Creating understanding, facilitating the understanding of the problem. People and interrelationship between people. They will have a better coordination among individuals and departments. In addition to strengthening the intra-group relationships. The negative effect, which will drops in productivity. So if you are allowing the conflict in the project team, it means that employees' attention becomes more focused on the conflict than on the productivity or operation. Lack of direction. When management is unable to communicate the direction of the company to the employees, conflict arises. Lack of new ideas. If there is a conflict in the group, automatically they will not collaborate on new ideas. Finally, it will affect on the quality of work. If the conflict is allowed for a long period of time, the parties involved in the conflict may begin to show more interest in the conflict than doing their jobs properly. So what is conflict resolution? Conflict resolutions can be defined as the informal and formal process that two or more parties use to find a peaceful solution in their dispute. A number of common cognitive and emotional traps, many of them unconscious, can exacerbate conflict and continue or contribute to the need of conflict resolution. So some of the conflict resolution steps or ideas are, first one is confronting or problem solving. That means face the conflict, face the source of conflict and find a solution for the conflict. Second one is compromising. So compromising some of the ideas, some of the conflict of one party and neglecting the other party, not neglecting actually the other party, but certain conflict topics may not be that much importance or having impact on the project. So by making both parties in a satisfactory way, that is give and take policy or win-win situation, both parties will be satisfied with the resolution of the conflict. Third one is forcing. That is, one party tried to impose the solution on the other party, that is win-lose situation. In other words, like a dictatorship model. The ideas or the suggestions provided by one party always mentioning that is correct, that is right. Automatically, the other party will be dissatisfied or may not be happy. That is the third one. Fourth one is smoothing or accommodating. So in this case, the project manager, what he will do, he will emphasize, he will give more importance on the area of agreement or turn attention to the area what is going well and de-emphasizing the areas of disagreement or conflict. Then comes withdrawing or avoiding. So it is actually a temporary solution. That means the project manager sometimes uses this method merely hoping that the problem will go away by itself over time, like the children's fight. See, most of the time, the parents, when the children fight to each other, the parents will be silent. Why? Because they know that after sometimes the children will again become friends and they will play. So that method. That's all.